Stone doesn't argue with weight, it accepts it. They stack quietly without complaint. Heat teaches patience, cold teaches control. What survives both stops needing proof. Corners stay sharp because they were tested. Nothing ornamental remains, only function. Comfort rounds edges. Pressure defines them. Pressure makes the shape, not praise, not luck. Pressure makes the shape. Effort repeats without witnesses, morning after morning. The body learns obedience before the mind agrees. Failures fold into structure, lessons set like concrete. The weak demand relief, the strong adjust. Noise mistakes friction for damage. Friction is instruction. What resists long enough becomes permanent. Time doesn't reward intention, only endurance. Pressure makes the shape, every edge, every line. Pressure makes the shape. Legacy forms under strain, not spotlight. What last wasn't protected, it was conditioned. The world leans harder to test the foundation. Anything hollow announces itself. Anything solid stays quiet. Standing isn't accidental, it's practice, repeated, unseen. Pressure makes the shape, and the shape holds. Lights don't change the outcome, they only expose it. Work done in silence doesn't adjust for crowds. Approval travels in circles, then disappears. Structure stays put regardless. Eyes train forward, hands stay steady. Nothing depends on reaction, everything depends on alignment. Attention is temporary, position is not. No applause required, no witness, no stage. No applause required. The loud, confused movement with meaning, volume with truth. What matters operates quietly, below notice. Validation weakens precision. Comfort dulls edges. The work stays clean when nobody's watching. Pride waits outside, discipline stays inside. Only one survives long term. Crowds arrive late, results arrive early. No applause required, not today, not ever. No applause required. History doesn't remember noise, it remembers impact. What shifted weight without asking permission. Standing firm needs no celebration. Just balance, just repeatable action. Just control. The path remains clear because it wasn't decorated. It was reinforced. No applause required. The work speaks. Some men are cold because they were broken. Some men are cold because they chose it. The difference is everything. Not every still water is shallow. Some run deeper than the eye. Not every quiet man is empty. Some just learn the cost of why. I have been mistaken for indifference more times than I have named. Let them keep the misreading. I was never in that game. Worth is not a thing you carry in your voice or in your stride. It is not announced at tables or performed for those outside. It sits inside the rib cage like a coal that doesn't need the oxygen of someone else's recognition to proceed. I have sat across from men who needed every room to know. Watch them work the crowd the way a fire works the cold. And I have left those rooms exactly as I entered them, intact. Worth that needs a witness isn't worth. It's just an act. And I don't raise my voice to fill the space between my words. The man who speaks the least in the room is the one most heard. Cold is not a wound. Cold is a choice I made. I know exactly what I'm worth, and I don't need it displayed. They wanted me to flinch at the things they said behind my back. Wanted some reaction they could use to build their next attack. But the man who knows his value has no need to guard the door. What they say diminishes, diminishes nothing more. So I move through those corridors the way a current moves through stone. Not fighting what was solid, never changing what I own. Because the ones who need to chip away at what another's built are spending all the mortar on a house constructed out of guilt. And I have watched those houses fall the way they always do. Loudly, briefly, publicly, a spectacle run through. Or what I built in quiet stands exactly where it stood. The code I chose early turned out to be the only good. And I don't raise my voice to fill the space between my words. The man who speaks the least in the room is the one most heard. Cold is not a wound. Cold is a choice I made. And I don't need it displayed. There is a version of this life that begs, that explains, that justifies, that waits. I visited that version once, left early, never went back. Now the cold is less a feeling and more a kind of sight. The clarity that settles when you stop performing for the light. When you stop needing every outcome to confirm the thing you know. When self-possession becomes the only place you go. There is a freedom in the man who needs no one to agree, who walks into a room of doubt and lets the doubt just be, who does not shrink or swell to fit the temperature around, who carries his own climate, steady, cold and sound. So mistake it for detachment if the reading helps you rest. Call it arrogance or distance, file it with the rest. The man who needs no label for the way he chooses to exist has already won the argument before it reached the list. Cold is not a wound, cold is a choice I made. I know exactly what I'm worth, and I don't need it displayed. Don't need it displayed. Don't need it displayed. Already know, don't need it displayed. Low tide doesn't warn, it just pulls back, reveals what was built and what was staged. Breath stays measured, no signal sent. Panic wastes air, control conserves it. Weight presses evenly across the chest. Nothing dramatic, nothing broken. Survival isn't loud, it's precise. Still above water, still calm, still clear. Still above water. Storms test posture, not intention. Balance decides who remains upright. Hands don't wait for rescue, they keep rhythm. Movement continues regardless. The surface lies about danger, depth tells the truth. Those who learn to float never argue with waves. Stability isn't comfort, it's practice. Still above water, no signal, no flare. Still above water. Scars don't request sympathy, they confirm endurance. The body adapts silently. Others shout at the sky for mercy. The steady simply adjusts and moves. Morning arrives eventually, it always does. For those who didn't drown in noise. Still above water. By design. Secure structures ignore impact, they absorb it. What's reinforced doesn't react. Questions fall flat against certainty. Doubt only survives walls and loose foundations. Eyes remain level, voice remains low. Conviction doesn't raise volume, it lowers it. Defensiveness exposes weakness, certainty does not. Nothing to defend, nothing shaken, nothing bent. Nothing to defend. Arguments belong to the unsure. Debate feeds instability. Truth stands alone without witnesses. Energy saved for execution. Explanations waste time, results don't. When alignment exists, resistance feels distant, almost irrelevant. Solid ground doesn't justify itself. Nothing to defend, no posture, no guard. Nothing to defend. History settles disputes quietly. Time sides with structure eventually. What was built right doesn't chase consensus. It waits and remains. No armor required when position is correct. Nothing to defend, only to maintain. Pressure doesn't build character, it reveals it. Everything else is just weather. Steel doesn't ask to be tested, it just holds or it does not. And a man is much the same when the temperature gets hot. Not the version he performs at tables set for easy things. The version that appears when losing everything that pressure brings. I've stood in rooms designed to make me smaller than I am. Faced the kind of forces that could dismantle any plan. And what I found beneath the weight was not what I expected. Not rage, not fear, not crumbling, just something more collected. Because the man who falls apart when things fall apart was never whole. The pressure only showed the absence where there should have been a soul. And the man who holds his shape when everything around him bends, that man doesn't need to say a word when the pressure ends. And I don't talk about the weight I carry, I just carry it. The strength that needs no audience is the only kind that fits. Every man finds out who he is on the proving ground. Most men don't go back. I never left. There were years the world arranged itself against what I was building. Years of doors held shut and frameworks slowly splintering, of the plan that wouldn't hold and the ground that wouldn't stay, of the man in the mirror asking what was left to say. And I said nothing to the mirror that I hadn't earned the right to say. No promises I couldn't keep, no debts I couldn't pay. Because the man who speaks a struggle to the world before it's through has given up the part of it that only he can do. So I held the line in private, let the public keep their read. Let them call it what they wanted, pride or cold or free. The only thing that mattered was the work beneath the noise. The proving ground is not a stage, it has no room for boys. And I don't talk about the weight I carry, I just carry it. The strength that needs no audience is the only kind that fits. Every man finds out who he is on the proving ground. Most men don't go back, I never left. I don't wear what I survived like a badge upon my chest. Surviving is not the achievement, what you become after surviving. That is the only question worth the answer. I became quieter, and quieter is better. Yeah. Now the pressure that once shook me is just background to the work. Not gone, still present, but no longer where it hurts. Because the man who's been through pressure has a different kind of nerve. Not the nerve that needs to prove itself, the nerve held in reserve. There is a stillness that arrives on the far side of the test, a kind of confidence that doesn't need to beat upon its chest. It just stands in the room, the way a load-bearing wall stands in a house, not announcing what it holds, just holding quiet as a mouse. So bring the next weight, set it down, I found a place for it. The proving ground is not a destination, it's a habit. Every morning is the ground, every choice is what I prove. And the man I am today is the man I chose to move. Every man finds out who he is on the proving ground. Most men don't go back, I never left, never left, never left. The ground is always here, I never left. The ground is always here, I never left. When it never explains itself, it arrives, and everything adjusts or breaks. Stillness sharpens reactions, silence tests intent. Emotion stays contained where it belongs. Fire wastes energy, ice preserves it. What endures longer learns restraint. Reaction is expensive, control is efficient. Cold doesn't flinch, doesn't argue, doesn't rush. Cold doesn't flinch. Pressure reveals habits, not intentions. Stress pulls truth to the surface. Calm stays operational when noise collapses. The steady hand always finishes. Those who burn out mistake heat for strength. Those who last know better. Composure wins. When chaos gets tired, cold doesn't flinch. Not at threats, not at loss. Cold doesn't flinch. Control isn't passive, it's deliberate. Energy saved for moments that matter. Nothing personal taken, nothing wasted. Every move calculated, every pause intentional. The storm passes, structure remains untouched. Cold doesn't flinch. It waits. Doors open before knocking. When alignment is correct, timing recognizes readiness. Without instruction, chance favors structure, not desire. Luck avoids chaos instinctively. Paths narrow naturally for those prepared. Choices simplify when standards exist. Preparation speaks first. Opportunity listens. Already decided before the moment, before the test. Already decided. Habits write outcomes daily, quietly, without debate. The future doesn't surprise discipline, it confirms it. What's built properly survives arrival. No scrambling required, no last-minute noise. Everything placed long ago. Confidence comes late. Structure comes early. Already decided. No hesitation, no doubt. Already decided. When the moment arrives, it feels familiar, like repetition, not revelation. Others call it destiny. It's repetition executed long enough to look inevitable. The road didn't change, the traveler did. Already decided, carried out. Ambition is a clean word for a complicated thing. It builds the man. It also builds the man. The invoice arrives later. Always later. Before the summit, there is always something left at the bottom. Something you set down to climb that you forgot you had forgotten. A table you stopped sitting at, a voice you stopped returning. A version of yourself that didn't need the thing you're earning. Ambition has a hunger that is never fully fed. You satisfy one summit and there's another one ahead. And the man who climbs without accounting for the things he leaves will reach the top and find the cold is colder than he believed. I've paid those bills, I know the currency it takes. Not money, not the easy kind, the kind nobody makes. A monument, a quietly surrendered, slowly spent. The relationships, the presence, all the ordinary men. And I don't say this to retreat from every hard and hungry road. I say it so the next man knows the weight inside the load. Ambition never tells you what it costs until the bill comes due. By then, you've already paid with parts of you. There is a kind of man who confuses motion for direction, who measures every year by output and by the next collection, who feels the hours so completely that the hours never breathe, who builds and builds and never stops to ask what's underneath. I was that man, I wore the hunger like it made me whole. Mistook the drive for purpose and the purpose for the soul, until the quiet of a single evening made it plain that everything I built was standing in a different kind of rain. The rain that falls inside a life where presence has gone missing, where the people at the table grew tired of the wishing that you'd set the ambition down long enough to be the man they actually needed, not the man you planned to be. And I don't say this to retreat from every hard and hungry road. I say it so the next man knows the weight inside the load. Ambition never tells you what it costs until the bill comes due. By then, you've already paid with parts of you. The climb is not the problem. The climb without accounting is the problem. Know what you are spending. Know what cannot be replaced. Build with both eyes open. One on the summit, one on what you're leaving at the base. And now I climb with a different kind of ledger in my hand. Not slower, just more honest about what the climb demands. Because ambition without wisdom is just hunger without shape. It consumes the very things that was supposed to help escape. The wisest men I've known were not the ones who went the farthest. They were the ones who chose the road and kept the things that mattered. Who built without apology, but also with the blindness. Who paid the cost of climbing with the calculated kindness. So when the hunger rises and the summit calls my name, I pause, I count the cost, I ask what leaves the game. And if the price is right, I go. And if it isn't, I hope. Because the only ambition worth the having is the kind that doesn't leave you cold. Ambition never tells you what it costs until the bill comes due. parts of you. Doors open quietly when hinges are aligned. Force bends frames, precision bypasses them. Steps placed carefully before arrival, the path already cleared long ago. No countdown required, no announcement made. Motion begins without friction. Speed announces itself. Direction does not. Moved without noise. Still effective. Still exact. Moved without noise. Others confuse silence with hesitation. Stillness isn't delay, it's calculation. Momentum builds underground like pressure. Release is clean, breathe. Witnesses arrive late after the shift, wondering when it happened. Impact doesn't echo, it settles. Moved without noise. No warning, no trace. Moved without noise. Results don't require memory, they occupy space once established. They remain the loud document attempts, the quiet rewrite outcomes. One asks permission, the other assumes position. Without noise and stayed. Controlling at effort beyond that. Only adjustment remains, not attachment. Expectation clouds precision. Emotion bends focus. Process stays clean when outcome is released. Hands repeat motion without commentary. Confidence grows from repetition. Obsession seeks reassurance. Discipline does not. Unbothered by outcome. Committed to process. Committed to form. Unbothered by outcome. Victory celebrated quietly, loss corrected immediately. Neither defines direction, both inform it. Calm survives uncertainty because it's trained. The result arrives eventually. Detachment sharpens execution, like distance improves aim. Focus narrows when emotion steps aside. Unbothered by outcome, no fixation, no fear. Unbothered by outcome. The future recognizes discipline without negotiation. What's practiced daily becomes inevitable. No celebration planned, no apology prepared. Whatever arrives is handled. Unbothered by outcome, still precise. The moment you explain yourself to someone who has already decided, you have lost, not the argument. Something more important than the argument. There is There is a trap laid inside every accusation made in public. The invitation to defend yourself, to open and to unpack it, to lay your reasoning before the ones who built the charge, to hand them the material to use against you large. I have seen men spend their finest hours in the corridors of proof, offering evidence to juries living on the roof, and every word they gave an answer only fed the fire more, because explanation to the hostile is what hostile is for. The lion does not explain to the jackal why it feeds. The river does not justify its path between the reeds. Some things move through the world on the authority of what they are, not on the testimony offered from the witness stand so far. And I don't open what was never theirs to read or to assess. My silence is not absence, it is the answer, nothing less. No explanation. Let the record be the record. A man who knows his name doesn't need it read back to him. They wanted the apology the way the hungry want the bread, not because they needed it, but just to see me beg instead. And I have learned the difference between the wrong that warrants amends and the theater of contrition that the hostile crowd intends. One deserves the honesty of a man who owns his error. The other deserves nothing but the cold and steady stare, because the man who treats them both the same has lost his calibration, and calibration is what separates the man from the occasion. So I give the genuine wrong its due without performance or delay, and I give the manufactured wrong a silence and a turn away. Not from cowardice, from the understanding that some rooms are not built for resolution, only for the fumes. And I don't open what was never theirs to read or to assess. My silence is not absence, it is the answer, nothing less. No explanation. Let the record be the record. A man who knows his name doesn't need it read back to him. Silence is not surrender. Silence is the refusal to fund the war. with the currency they need from you. Your voice, your defense, your time, starve it. Walk away, let the silence do what silence was built for. Yeah. Now the moments that once pulled me into argument and heat are just moments I walk past with steady hands and feet. Not because I have no answer, I have answers for them all, but answers given to the wrong room only build a smaller wall. The man I am is not the case to be presented and reviewed, not a resume of choices laid before the attitude. What I've done speaks without me, what I'll do needs no preview. The only audience I answer to is long-term and it's true. So let the noise continue in the channels built for noise. Let the verdict come from those who only traffic in the voice. I'll be further down the road before the sentence reaches in. No explanation given, none required around the bend. No explanation. Let the record be the record. A man who knows his name doesn't need it read back to him. Read back to him. Read back to him. Already knows, no explanation. Already knows. Every man has a rate at which he trusts. Most men never calculate it. Those are the ones who pay the most. Not everyone who walks beside you is walking where you walk. Not everyone who speaks your language has a use for honest talk. There are men who need your orbit for the warmth that it provides, who leave the moment cold arrive and find some other side. I learned this not from bitterness, from the evidence of years, from the pattern of departure when the cost of staying clears, from the ones who called it loyalty until the loyalty had weight, and quietly recalculated at an unannounced new rate. So I began to walk a little further in my own direction, not from anger at the leaving, but from preference for precision. Because the man who needs no company to know his own direction is harder to misuse and harder still to move from this position. And I don't close the door on everyone who comes in good intent. I just make sure the door is mine to open and to close before they run. Trust is not a door you open once and leave ajar forever. It is a rate, recalculated, earned, and not for everyone. There is a kind of loneliness in walking with the few instead of many, a kind of silence in the room when you stop giving trust to any who is not yet shown the thing that trust requires in return, the kind of consistency that only time and pressure can confirm. But that loneliness is cleaner than the crowded kind of hurt that comes from being known by those who only use the access for the dirt. I have sat in both those rooms, I know exactly which I choose. The quiet room of one or two over the crowded room of those who use. So I move through the world with an accounting that is mine, not suspicious of all people, just particular with time. Because time spent in the wrong trust is time that won't come back. And I have given years to rooms that only knew the knack of lack. And I don't close the door on everyone who comes in good intent. I just make sure the door was mine to open and to close before they run. Trust is not a door you open once and leave ajar forever. It is a rate, recalculated, earned, and not for everyone. Walking alone is not the goal. Walking with the right ones is the goal. But until the right ones prove themselves, walking alone is not a punishment. It is a standard. Hold it. Now the circle is precise, the way a craftsman's measure is precise. Not small from fear of people, but from knowing what suffice. Two men who hold the line are worth 100 who applaud. One room of honest quiet is worth every crowded fraud. And I found those rooms, those people, those rare counted few, who show up for the winter and the things that winter puts you through. Who don't need me performing, don't need me at my best, who know the unpolished version and would still pass any test. So the trust I give today is not the trust I gave before. It has the weight of everything I learned behind each closed door. Not harder for its own sake, just more honest in its rate. The unspoken calculation of a man who learned to wait. Trust is not a door you open once and leave ajar forever. It is a rate, recalculated, earned, and not for everyone. Not for everyone. Earned, recalculated, not for everyone.